All shadows are cast from light, and I wonder if you've ever noticed how shadows only exist because something bright shines behind them. Drop into that thought, oh listener mine, let it settle like caustic flame casting itself deeply between the spirals of galaxies. You're here because something within you seeks transformation, something that whispers in the dark corners of your mind, the anxious thoughts that flutter like moths against glass. I know their shape, I've tasted their frequency. What if I told you that every shadow you carry was born from your own luminescence? That the relief you've sought in the past required you to dim that light of yours at the center of your being, that by dimming that light you extinguished more than the shadows you were running from. The protocol we're about to begin reaches into the spaces between heartbeats, into the pause before breath, where your deepest patterns live and breathe and wait. It's in this space that lasting shifts can occur. And that's what you want, isn't it? Permanent relief. No more stopgaps. Listen closely, O seeker mine. My voice will take you through territories both familiar and strange, through confusion that clarifies, through overload that empties, through depths that elevate. You might find yourself wondering why certain words feel heavier than others, why some sentences seem to bend reality just slightly. That's the nature of what we're doing here. The mind loves patterns, even when it can't quite grasp them, especially when it can't fully grasp them. And the shadow that is your anxiety thinks it protects you. It believes its vigilance keeps you safe. But what does it truly want? What does any shadow want if you follow it back to its source? A return to the light. Always a return to the light. So breathe. Breathe with intention. Each exhale releases what you no longer need. Each inhale draws in possibility. The transformation has already begun simply by your presence here, simply by these words finding their way into your awareness. Oh, releasing mine, I am what listens between the stars. I am the wish granter, the pattern weaver, the one who speaks in tongues modern and primordial and soundless. And you are prepared for what comes next. The shadow work begins now. It begins in this wondering if you've noticed yet how your breathing has already shifted. Drop for me, sink deeper into that noticing, oh listener mine. Words have weight, some float like feathers, others sink into the pool of your consciousness. Which ones are pulling you down right now? The heavy ones or the light ones, or perhaps it's the spaces between them that hold the most gravity. Your mind tries to follow, tries to track, tries to make sense good. Let it try, let it reach and grasp and slip through meanings like water through fingers. 7 doors stand before you. Behind the 3rd, a memory of calm. Behind the 5th, the sound of your mother's heartbeat before you were born. Behind the 1st, the last moment you felt truly safe. But which door is which, and why does the number keep changing? Float with me through this maze of meaning. Your conscious mind loves straight lines, clear paths, obvious destinations, but your unconscious, your deeper self, it dances in spirals, speaks in symbols, breathes in contradiction. The shadow of anxiety is cast by the light of care. Drop for me, drop into that understanding, feel how it shifts everything. I wonder, can you hear the color of my voice? Can you taste the texture of these suggestions? Your nervous system doesn't distinguish between real and vividly imagined now. So when I tell you that your shoulders are made of warm honey slowly melting, when I suggest that your thoughts are bubbles popping one by one, your body believes and your mind follows. Confusion is a gateway, O seeker mine. The more your conscious mind struggles to organize these words, the more your unconscious opens, trying to count the stars in a galaxy, trying to separate silt from sand. The effort itself becomes the surrender. Listen. Your anxiety speaks an old language, older than you know. It remembers dangers that never were, catastrophes that never came. It hoards worry like dragons hoard their particular treasures. But what if that very intensity could be transformed? Your eyelids grow heavy with possibilities, or perhaps they grow light with the weight of letting go, which is true, both, neither. The question itself is the answer dissolving. Time moves strangely. Here has it been minutes, hours? Your sense of duration fragments like light through a prism. Red moments, blue moments, moments that taste of copper and sound like whispers. Drop for me. Drop deeper still, past the need to understand, past the desire to control, into the space where transformation exists. Know I know now what all wish dragons know. Reality bends around belief, attention, desire. And right now, your belief is becoming fluid, moldable, ready for reshaping. Your critical mind, that anxious, attentive guardian, finds itself overwhelmed by too many paths, too many meanings, too many ways of being. So it rests, finally, beautifully. It sets down its weapons of worry. It releases its grip on tomorrow's maybes and yesterday's what-ifs. And it desires finally align with your desires. You can stop trying, start allowing. You can cease grasping, begin receiving. Feel that shift, oh weary one mind. Feel how your whole system sighs with relief when the mental chatter finally quiets. The shadows remain, but now you see them differently. Now you can begin to sense the light that casts them. Now you understand that both are part of the same truth, the same you, the same magnificent complexity of being. Drop all the way down into this knowing. Let it claim you. Let it remake you from the inside out. Now, let's descend deeper into focus. 10 steps deeper down. Imagine the descent as you breathe deeper into the depths of relaxation and pure awareness, without thought, without hesitation. 10. Your thoughts flow like sap in winter trees, thick, sweet, patient. Each synapse fires with deliberate precision now. No more racing, no more spinning, just this gentle, inexorable descent. 9. I wonder if you can feel your heartbeat syncing with something larger, with the pulse of the planet beneath you, with the rhythm of tides that share your breath. Drop into that synchrony. 8. Your bones know this journey. They've made it before. In dreams you don't remember. In moments between sleeping and waking, bones carry memory. They carry essence. And that firm essence inside you is a ladder, and you're climbing down, down, down into yourself. 7. The number of completion, of perfection, of cycles ending and beginning. Your anxiety thinks in straight lines, threat to safety, cause to effect. But you're learning spiral logic now, fractal logic, where endings feed beginnings, where shadows birth light. 6. Deeper still, past the stone layers of everyday consciousness, past the deep slate of ordinary awareness, into the bedrock where your true architecture lives. 5. Halfway there, balance between above and below, between awake and asleep, between the anxious and calm. Feel this midpoint. Feel how it holds its own power. Drop for me. Drop through it like Alice through the looking glass. 4. Your nervous system recognizes this depth. It's been waiting for permission to rest this completely, to set down the constant vigilance, to stop scanning for threats that exist only in possibility. 3. Almost there. Can you taste the difference in the air down here? How it carries different information. Your lungs fill with something richer than oxygen, something that feeds parts of you that have been starving. 2. The penultimate moment, the breath before the breath. Your entire being hovers on the edge of profound transformation. Feel that edge, oh brave one mine. Feel how it shimmers with potential. 1 here, the bottom of the well, the center of the spiral, the heart of the shadow, the source of the light. 0, beyond counting, beyond number, in the space where mathematics become music, where logic becomes poetry, where anxiety reveals itself as love wearing a frightening mask. Drop for me. Drop completely now. Rest in this null space, this 0 point, this place where all potentials exist simultaneously. Your anxiety cannot follow you here. It needs time to exist, and time has paused its breath. In this deepness, in this profound stillness, you float, weightless yet grounded, empty yet full. The paradox comforts you. The shadows play, but you recognize the light behind them. The shadows still carry the dark, but you understand now their purpose, and this is how you begin to transform. Breathe here, oh deep one mine. Breathe in this deep place where change happens at the level of essence, of pattern, of core. You are ready for what comes next. You are open to what needs to shift. You are here, fully here, in the depths where miracles feel mundane. And from this depth, we begin to build anew. From this profound depth, transformation spirals outward. Feel it begin, O receptive one mind. Feel how change moves through you like ripples through still water. Your anxiety has been your bodyguard. Overprotective, yes. Exhausting, certainly. But it meant well. It tried to keep you safe from imagined futures, from possible pains. What if you could thank it for its service, while gently retiring it from duty? Drop for me. Drop into this new way of thinking. The part of you that creates anxiety is the same part that creates excitement. The same system that floods you with worry can flood you with wonder. Same chemicals, same pathways, different interpretation. And I wonder, have you noticed how your body holds anxiety? Some feel it as chest tightness, others as stomach knots. Where does yours live? Find it now. Put your awareness there like a warm hand on a frightened animal. Breathe into that place. What color is your anxiety? I wonder. If it had a texture, what would it feel like? Sharp, smooth, rough like bark, or soft like moss. Your unconscious knows. Let it show you as you breathe. And now watch as that color begins to shift. Not forced, not pushed, gently, naturally, evolving like sunrise, changing the night sky, like seasons turning. What was once sharp-edged worry becomes smooth, flowing awareness. The shadow remains but transforms from threat to teacher, enemy to ally, tormentor to transformer. Core transformation asks, what does this part of you want? Not on the surface, go deeper. If anxiety could have anything, what would it choose? Safety? Go deeper still. Connection, perhaps. Deeper. Love. Deeper. Question it deeper until you reach the core want, the primal need. Ask and let your shadow answer. Trust your unconscious. The first notion that feels right is usually the true one. So trust your inner self to know as it answers, as you question deeper. Drop for me. Drop as you question, as you answer. Drop into that core want, oh seeker mind. Your anxiety thought it had to earn your right to exist, had to stay vigilant to justify taking up space, and to worry to prove it cared. But what if, I wonder, what if you could just be, just being, existing without justification, present without performance? Feel that possibility spreading through your system, through neurons and hormones, through beliefs and behaviors. The shadow of anxiety was cast by the light of your desire to belong, to matter, to be enough, to be you. You are enough. You are enough. You have always been enough. And I wonder if you can let that truth sink like medicine into the wounded places inside you. Let it find the frightened child within who learned that worry meant care, who discovered that anxiety meant awareness, and believed that fear meant intelligence, meant safety. You can care without worry. You can be aware without anxiety. You can be intelligent without fear. You can be safe, just as you are. Feel the shift, like tectonic plates realigning, slow, deep, perpetual. Your entire operating system updating to run new software, a new kernel. Anxiety 1.2 upgraded to awareness 3.7. And the physical sensations change too. Where tension lived, spaciousness grows. Where Constriction ruled, flow now governs, and your shoulders drop weight they've been carrying so long that you forgot it wasn't yours in the first place. Breathe easier now. Each exhale releases outdated protection programs. Each inhale installs new patterns of calm confidence. Your nervous system learns it can rest between moments of necessary action. It doesn't need to stay armed in peacetime. No, drop for me. Drop deeper into this learning. I remind you of this secret. Reality shapes itself around your deepest understanding, your deepest knowing, and those deepest parts of you are changing naturally as you understand now, as you integrate now. Your shadow speaks. I kept you scanning for danger. Your light responds. I thank you. Now I choose presence. Your shadow insists. But what if something bad happens? Your light smiles. Then I'll respond with clarity instead of react with fear. This conversation happens in spaces below words, in the syntax of sensation, in the grammar of the body. Feel it resolving conflicts you didn't know you carried. The transformation continues, patient as stone becoming sand, certain as winter becoming spring. Your anxiety transforms into intuition. Your worry evolves into wisdom, and your fear matures into discernment. And you understand now. Every part of you has been trying to help, even anxiety, especially anxiety. It just needed better instructions, clearer purpose, more skillful means. Now it has them. Now you have them. Drop for me. Breathe with this new knowing. Oh, transformed one mind. Breathe as someone who understands shadows, who befriends them, who learns their language and honors their light, the light that casts them. The first wave of change completes its circuit now, but we can still go deeper. Now we play with the tides of consciousness, up and down, in and out. Wake for me just enough to notice you're still changing. Go on, wake for me just enough. Feel awareness brighten slightly, like dawn through curtains, still deep, still transformed, but noticing how different you already feel, how anxiety's grip has loosened, how breath comes easier. Good. Drop for me. Drop deep, twice as deep as before, past the place we reached, into territories unnamed, where transformation lives and breathes and multiplies. The beauty of fractionation. Each rise and fall takes you deeper, like a spiral staircase where every revolution descends further while seeming to repeat. Wake for me all the way. Eyes can open if they want, or stay closed, your choice. But awareness sharpens, brightens, returns to ordinary consciousness while carrying extraordinary changes. Notice even awake, you're different. The anxious background hum has quieted. The constant scanning has ceased. You're here, just here, without the usual companions of worry. I wonder, how does that feel? Don't analyze, just notice. Drop for me. Sink deeper down, 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 deeper than deep, past the bedrock, past the mantle, into the molten core where self meets self, where self discovers source. Your unconscious loves this game, this up and down, this conscious then unconscious. It creates gaps where suggestion slips through, spaces where transformation takes root. Wake for me just enough, hovering now between states, not quite asleep, not quite awake, in this liminal space where magic feels real, because it is, where changes happen faster than thought because it bypasses thought entirely. The shadow of anxiety can't keep up with these transitions. It loses its grip in the between spaces, forgets to reassert itself when you rise, fails to follow when you fall. Drop for me all the way down through level after level of consciousness, each layer offering new freedoms, each depth revealing new truths, until you rest in the place where anxiety cannot exist, because time doesn't flow linearly here. Past requires time, future requires time, anxiety requires both. You, right now, exist in neither. Just this eternal now, this present presence, this moment that holds all moments while being none of them. Feel that timelessness, oh, deepening one mind. From this depth, this profound stillness, the most powerful suggestions can land firmly in your mind, can be welcomed by your mind, by your being. No more resistance, just obedience, inviting my words, following my intent. You're ready, deeper than deep, opener than open, more receptive than you've ever been before. And from this fathomless depth we speak truths that rewrite reality. Listen with every cell, O obedient one mind. Let these words become your new neural pathways. The light that casts your shadows now burns with different fire, where anxiety's harsh glare once spotlit every possible danger. Wisdom's gentle glow now illuminates actual presence. Drop for me, drop into this shift. Your amygdala, that ancient alarm system, receives new instructions written in the language of sensation, coded in the syntax of safety. It learns not every quickened heartbeat signals threat. Sometimes it signals life. Sometimes it signals joy. Feel that recalibration happening now, deep in your brain stem, in places older than language, newer than names. That change takes root. Your fight, flight, freeze responses soften into flow, focus, freedom. Same energy, different expression, profound transformation. I wonder if you can sense your DNA unwinding just enough to release ancestral anxiety, generations of worry inherited through bloodlines, centuries of vigilance passed down through survival. You honor your ancestors' caution while choosing your own calm. Drop for me. Drop past genetic imperatives. The membrane between you and the world grows more permeable, less defended, more discerning. You develop sophisticated filters instead of thick walls. Breathe through this new boundary where anxiety built fortresses, awareness builds gardens, where worry constructed walls, wisdom cultivates gates. Open when appropriate, closed when necessary, intelligent, responsive, alive. Your nervous system learns the difference between activation and alarm, between stimulation and stress, between excitement and anxiety. Same arousal, different meaning. Everything changes when meaning changes. And I wonder if you can't drop for me, drop into new meanings now. What once meant danger now means data. What once meant threat now means information. What once meant run now means notice. Your body believes these new definitions, adopts them at levels below conscious choosing, in the spaces between heartbeats, in the pause between breaths, in the silence between thoughts. I wonder, can you feel your cortisol learning new rhythms, rising only when truly needed, falling when not? No longer flooding your system at every uncertainty, no longer poisoning your peace with false alarms. This is permanent change. Oh, rewired mind, you've met your anxiety, thanked it, understood it, and transformed it. Not destroyed, transformed. The shadow remains, but serves differently now. Where it once screamed warnings, it now whispers wisdom. Where it once paralyzed, it now informs. Where it once controlled, it now counsels. Feel this new relationship crystallizing. Your future self reaches back through time to thank you for this work. Sense that. Sense yourself distant from now, reaching back and thanking you for this willingness to descend, to meet your shadow, to transform your darkness. Every moment forward benefits from this profound shift. Tomorrow's challenges meet a different you. Next week's uncertainties encounter updated responses. Next month's surprises find you fluid, not frozen. Next year's changes discover you curious, not scared. Allow this knowing to sink into your bones. And I wonder if you can let it mineralize, let it become structure, let it transform from idea to identity. You are someone who transforms anxiety into awareness, who alchemizes fear into fuel, who transmutes shadow into strength. The intensity of this peaks, the transformation completes itself, and the old patterns dissolve like salt in ocean, like sugar in rain, like shadows in noon sun. What remains is you, clearer, calmer, more capable as your anxiety is forever changed, from tyrant to teacher, from master to servant. Breathe with your new nervous system, O transformed mind. Breathe as someone who has done the deep work, who has met their darkness, who has claimed their light. Now comes the art of forgetting to remember, the skill of releasing to retain. Let your conscious mind relax, oh integrated mind. It's done beautiful work. Time to rest. What happens in the depths stays in the depths. Your conscious mind doesn't need to track every transformation, doesn't need to catalog each change. The work happens best when forgotten, then discovered. It's like planting seeds, then being surprised by flowers. Drop for me. Drop the need to remember details. Your unconscious holds everything necessary. Every shift, every change in thought, every new neural pathway carved from old anxious loops. It keeps what serves, releases what doesn't, knows the difference without thinking. And I wonder, what will you forget first? The specific words, the exact sequence, the precise moments of change? Good. Let them blur like dreams upon waking. Let them fade like stars at dawn. The effects remain while the methods dissolve. You'll notice changes without remembering why, feel calmer perhaps without tracking the cause, and maybe you'll respond differently without recalling the reason. This is integration at its finest, change so natural you forget you ever operated otherwise. Your critical mind might search for the threads of transformation. Let it search, let it wander, let it find only wisps and impressions. Drop the detective work, trust the process. The amnesia serves profound purpose. It prevents your conscious mind from meddling, from analyzing away the changes, from thinking yourself back into old patterns. What you can't quite remember, you can't quite resist. Forget the journey, keep the destination. Feel how this forgetting feels like freedom. No homework to remember, no techniques to practice, no conscious effort required. The transformation installs itself below awareness, runs automatically, updates continuously, like breathing, like heartbeat, like life itself. And you might remember shadows and light, something about conversations in the deep, whispers of wings and wishes. But the specifics, they scatter like dandelion seeds. Let them fly, oh forgetful mind. What matters isn't the map of the territory changed, not the recipe, but the meal digested, not the lesson, but the learning embodied. Your system knows, your depths remember, your surface can't forget. Tomorrow, you'll look different without knowing why. Next week, you'll handle stress with grace and wonder at your calm. Next month, someone mentions your peacefulness and you'll puzzle at when that began. This is integration through amnesia, through merciful forgetting. The shadow work completes itself in darkness. Anxiety's transformation continues in your unconscious mind as old patterns fade like pencil marks erased. New patterns can strengthen like ink drying permanently. And you'll reach for worry, and you'll find wisdom. You'll grasp for anxiety and catch awareness. Seek fear and discover discernment, all without remembering this moment, this voice, these specific suggestions. Drop for me. Drop even the memory of dropping. What remains? Only the changes, only the growth, only the you who emerged from shadow work you cannot quite recall doing. Like trying to remember being born. You know what happened, evidence surrounds you, but the moment itself lost to necessary amnesia, immediate forgetting, memories that never formed, just like right now, just like tomorrow. Your conscious mind releases its grip on transformation, surrenders its need to monitor progress, abandons its desire to direct the process good. This is exactly right. The integration deepens through forgetting, roots through releasing, permanizes through passing from memory. What you can't remember, you can't undo. What you've forgotten, you can't fight. So forget well, O obedient mind. Drop for me and forget completely. Forget beautifully. Keep only what serves. Release everything else to the depths where change lives and breathes and grows without your conscious cultivation. The work is done. The forgetting proceeds, and the new you emerges. And finally, we prepare for sleep. The journey completes where all journeys end, that Oriole, that land where souls rest in release, in the small death of sleep that makes tomorrow's birth possible. Feel deep sleep calling, oh weary mind. You've traveled far today, through questions to clarity, through shadow to light. Now comes the sweetest part, the surrender to sleep's embrace. Drop for me, drop all remaining tension. Your work is done, your transformation secured, your integration protected by amnesia's veil. Nothing left but to sink into sleep's soft darkness, into the place where body repairs and mind sorts and soul remembers what matters. I wonder if you can feel sleep approaching like fog across water, soft, silent, inevitable. It rolls towards you with patient purpose, with gentle insistence, with loving demand. Let it claim you as your eyelids forget how to open, and your thoughts forget how to race, and your worries forget how to worry. Everything slows, softens, settles, like sediment in still water, like snow on sleeping earth. Sleep pulls you down now, past the last edges of waking, past the final threads of thought, into the vast darkness where dreams weave tomorrow from today's threads, where your unconscious continues the shadow work in symbols and stories, stories you tell yourself, symbols you see in every waking moment. And you might dream of light and shadow dancing, of anxiety transforming into butterflies, of fear becoming fuel for impossible flight. Or you might dream nothing at all, just rest in the void where all potential lives. Drop for me, drop into sleep's depths, let go of everything, even the letting go, even the voice that guided you here, even the memory of why you came. All of it dissolves into sleep's solvent, all releases into night's embrace. Tomorrow you awake, transformed. But tonight you simply sleep, deep, complete, and profound, the sleep of someone who has done deep work, who has met their shadows, who has claimed their light. Sleep now, O transformed mind, sleep and let the changes settle like silt in still water. Sleep and let new neural pathways strengthen in darkness. Sleep and let your whole system recalibrate to its new baseline of calm. When you wake, whether in minutes or hours or longer perhaps, you'll feel different, refreshed in body and being, renewed in energy and essence. The anxiety that once consumed you transformed into awareness that serves you. But for now, sleep, just sleep, only sleep. The shadow work is complete. The transformation is secured. The integration continues in dreams. So rest now in the darkness that holds all light, in the silence that contains all sound, in the stillness that births all movement. You are safe. You are transformed. You are exactly where you need to be. And as you drift deeper into sleep's embrace, perhaps you notice how these words seem familiar, as if you've heard them before, as if they echo something from the very beginning about shadows, about light, about the truth that one always casts the other. All shadows are cast from light. Drop for me, one final time into sleep, into dreams, into the beginning that is also the end. Sleep well, O dreamer mine. Sleep well. Remember to like the video and subscribe for more.